Guys, welcome back to another video on MMAUnhinged. Today we're joined by James Power. How's it going?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
I'm doing great. But before we start the interview, we're talking about the fights this weekend, and we had some great fights. Did you enjoy them?
Yeah, enjoyed all of them. To be fair, really good, especially the main event and the co-main. Both very exciting fights.
What did you think about the Sugar Sean, bouncing back after his loss?
Yeah. Do you know what? I thought he looked really good. He looked super sharp. I still thought he went over on his ankle a couple of times when I was watching it. Lose his footing a few times. But yeah, it was a good, very good performance from him. Solid.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying that all you need to do against Sugar Sean is just target that ankle, that leg, and you can potentially win the fight and shut him down.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you were stood across the cage from him, I think that's definitely like the game plan you'd be going for.
Yeah. So we'll talk about you. This is who we're talking about in this interview. So let everyone know who doesn't really know your name, and let them know how you got into mixed martial arts the first time you ever found it.
Okay, so started mixed martial arts probably about 10 years ago now. I first joined it more just for fitness, really. But then once I started it, I got the bug straight away, wanted to compete. And then I've done it ever since. Obviously, like striking's more of my background. That's where I started. But I've been with the lads over at AVT for a good few years now, working on like the full game. So.
You mentioned there you a martial artist for 10 years, made your amateur debut, 3 fights, 3 finishes. That's a perfect way to start. Do you feel like when you're fighting, you hunt for the finish, you look for the finish, or do you just wait for it to present itself and just when it presents itself, you finish the fight?
Yeah, definitely. I go with the latter of the two things that you said there. I never like force to finish, but it's like definitely see those opportunities, and I'm quite quick once the opportunity does present itself, just to take it. But I'm always fit, always ready to do the full length and go to decision if needs be. But yeah, like most of the fights I've had, the finish has been there for the taking. So yeah.
Yeah, 2 wins, 2 wins via a KO/TKO, and 1 win by submission. In an ideal fight, what would you kind of prefer?
Oh, knockout every day of the week. Yeah, I think just whatever's going to entertain the fans the best, really. That's the kind of style I try to bring. I do want to get finishes, so I think it's better for the spectators, definitely when it's a stand-up fight.
What would be more satisfying for you? Maybe a 3-round fight, you're dominating the whole fight, and then you finish him in the 3rd round, or just that first round, 10 seconds in, and you starch him?
Oh, first round, definitely. I'll have an easy night.
An easy night, yeah. You don't get paid for overtime, as they say.
Yeah.
So we're talking about your amateur career, 3-0. So how far are you looking to take that amateur career?
Yeah, so 3-0 as amateur, I'm going to make my professional debut on this cage steel event. Mainly just because I've got a lot of kickboxing amateur experience as well. So I've turned pro with the kickboxing already. So I just feel like I'm at that stage now where I've had enough ring time, I've got enough experience. Like I've paid my dues with the amateur. So I'm fully ready now. I've got the skill set, ready to take on the professional rankings.
Yeah, as you mentioned there, you're turning professional in this cage steel event at 25, April 10th. What's going to be the biggest factor turning from amateur to professional, other than the 5-minute rounds?
Yeah, obviously there's a 5-minute round increase, but obviously you expect the standard in opposition to increase, and the level of competition also. Obviously these guys now, they're doing this as a career rather than just a hobby, which is like some of the people at amateur level. And yeah, that's exactly the way I'm seeing it, as a career move. So yeah, I just think that the competition will be steeper, but it's just going to make me train harder.
And when you can turn professional, you get through them elbows.
Yeah, get to start doing some elbows. We practice them a lot with David as well, so it's something we always do in the pad work and stuff. So yeah, looking forward to letting some go.
So just over 2 weeks, or maybe just 2 weeks as we speak right now, just 2 weeks till fight day. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I feel good. Injury free, feel fit, feel strong. Camp's gone really well. It's probably one of the best camps I've ever had, actually, in terms of like niggles and stuff like that. So yeah, it's been almost perfect, really. So yeah, I'm good to go. Wish it was this weekend.
Has there been anything that you've been working on the camp to really capitalise on come fight day?
Yeah, I mean, I always keep my cards close to my chest, but yeah, I wouldn't. I'd be surprised if it goes past the first round.
Are you going to be hunting for that KO, I guess?
Yeah, always.
So I presume you bring that heavy pressure. You're looking for that KO. And you said that you got that kickboxing experience. What do you reckon? Like when you come into mixed martial arts, you get that ground game. What if someone shoots for your legs? Do you feel like you're prepared for that well?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, spend a lot of time with Ash Roden. He's like one of my main wrestling coaches and a friend of mine. We've trained together for a lot of years now. So he's really helped build my wrestling game. And obviously he's part of the British team for wrestling. So he's from good stock, really high standard. And he holds me to that in training. So I feel fully ready with the wrestling. I enjoy the wrestling class. Is probably my favourite one of the week. I really started to love it over the last couple of years. So I feel like my wrestling's probably not far behind my striking in terms of the ability.
Yeah, not too long till you get them cauliflower ears then.
Yeah, looking after them at the minute.
They're looking quite good compared to a lot of people that we've seen.
Yeah.
I mean, all you have to do is look at the Dagestanians, the Russians, their ears, they're all blown up. It's tremendous.
Fully, yeah. Hopefully not too bad with that.
So you've mentioned there, amateur, you're turning professional. How far are you looking to take your career?
Yeah, I want to go all the way as far as I can take it. Like I say, I'm 29. Through my amateur career, my professional kickboxing fights, injury-wise, I've had very little. So my body feels really good. I feel like I'm in my prime over these next few years to really have a good run at this and just get as far as I can. I feel, I've sparred with guys that are UFC, Bellator, Cage Warriors guys, like all been part of fight camps for those guys, getting them ready for their fights, and always done really well with them in rounds and stuff. So like I've seen what the level is that I need to get to and what I need to achieve, and I know I'm knocking on the door with that already.
You mentioned there that you're 29 years old. Do you feel like that might be a factor for your career because you're starting quite old, starting quite late into your career?
Yeah, I feel like definitely starting later, but I feel like I'll need less kind of like almost tune-up style fights. You see a lot of the younger guys need, to kind of like, because they still got to earn the stripes. If they've not had many amateur fights and they turn pro at a young age, they've still not necessarily got a lot of experience. Although they're racking up those pro fights as they go. Whereas, I've got a long list of amateur fights under my belt already, and a long time in the sport doing rounds with guys and stuff. So all that kind of adds up, really. All the rounds in the gym that you don't get to see on your record.
So, last question. A quick prediction for fight day.
Knockout round one.
Round one. Oh, that's great to hear. I can't wait to see you perform. Make sure you head over to James Power's Instagram to check that link in the bio to buy his pay-per-view off his bio, so he gets that £3 commission.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for your time and being on the show.
Yeah, thanks for having us on, mate.
Thank you.